Well, first of all, we're going to start off by saying, yeah, it's good to be here. And even if it's raining, it don't matter. We're going to bring the light regardless. So thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's always an honor and a blessing to be out here. And I'm always excited to be a part of the NASCAR and Trackhouse family. So one way or another, we're going to make the best of it. No problems, just solutions. That's it.
You want to talk a little bit about your new music?
New music, that's right. You did tell me about that. I forgot. My bad. As far as that, with the new album, it's an EP actually. It's only 7 records. It's called Trackhouse Daytona 500. What I'm looking to do every year is put out Trackhouse albums with NASCAR, whether it be around the Homestead race, this one being Daytona 500, maybe Talladega next year, things of that nature, just be putting them out. And the reason that I really wanted to get this one out is because a dear friend of mine who's given me amazing advice, a mentor to me, and someone that I had a lot of fun with was Jimmy Buffett. May he rest in paradise, and we have a song on there called Thank God and Jimmy Buffett. So I'll tell y'all that story another day, but either or, I wanted to get it out and celebrate him, his life, and everything that he meant to the world, and especially to me, someone that, again, just gave me great advice and he lived life didn't live him, you know, and I admire that about him. And I also got a record with Dolly Parton on there, which is an honor, and when I got on the phone with Dolly Parton, it was funny because she said, is this my future boyfriend that stood me up on my first phone call? I said, this is the kind of woman I want to make a record with, definitely. So that's a blessing. I got a record with Tim McGraw as well. That's an honor. So, and now Rogers with Good Times. So it's something fun for the fans, something fun for the sport, and more than anything, something fun for the world and a way to bring them in to the sport as well. So one time for NASCAR, one time for Trackhouse, and feels good to be in Daytona 500. I'm gonna tell you why. Because we were in Kansas City last night. God bless Kansas City. But it was cold in the mother, you already know.
All right, we're going to open it up to questions for Pitbull. We will start right over here on the far right with Cedric. We're going to get the microphone up to you.
Ced, it's you.
Right behind you.
Oh, it's my bad.
Yeah, Cedric Hollywood representing Old School 101, formerly 99 Jams, and yeah, we got history. So
a lot of history.
But I want to ask you a really important question. Stephanie stole my thunder because I wanted to talk about your music. So let me see if I can find a question that's relevant to what I wanted to say.
You got it.
How did you get Tim McGraw to agree to be on this EP?
That's a good question. Tim is somebody that I admire for many, many years. And not only obviously has amazing music, but for him as a person. And obviously you've seen the transformation of Tim McGraw within the last decade, I would say. And I was there to watch it when it first started, and we had that conversation, and I thought that it was amazing when someone immersed themselves on what their new journey is going to be. Now, as he transformed as a human being, literally, we had a conversation about the Bahamas, and they had an island down in the Bahamas, and one of the Bahamian folks told me, yeah, you know, he used to party back there, man, in the tent. So when I ran into him, I said, hey, man, congratulations on the house on the island. I heard y'all had a lot of fun on the tent. He said, man, if I known that house was going to cost me, I won't even say the number. What it was cost me, man, I would have stayed partying in that tent. So that's how we really broke the ice together, had a lot of, because we love the Bahamas. And then from there, I ran into him at a concert, and I said, man, it'd be an honor to be able to remake this record. He said, knock yourself out. Matter of fact, you want to jump on stage right now and do it? So he pulled my card. I didn't jump on stage, to be honest. I wasn't ready for that opportunity. But making records with people that you really create a bond with, and like, you know, we used to say in Miami, you know, real recognize real. And when people work that hard to get to that level, y'all admire each other's struggle, hustle, sacrifice, and grind. And that is why it's an honor to do a record with Tim McGraw and how we got there in the first place. That's awesome. Yes, sir. I like it. I love it.
I'm going to go up here in the front to Bruce.
3 years ago, you were a team here that wasn't, you know, didn't have a charter, didn't have any guarantees that you were going to even be in the races. Now you're like one of the mega teams of the series. And also this year you're taking on MotoGP. So when you think of how far Trackhouse has come in those 3 years, how do you describe that?
No, I just said it real recognize real. When we got with the team with Ty, Justin, Daniel, now you have Ross, you have Zane, you have the motorsport at this point. Underdogs, one thing we love is a challenge. We love when people tell us no, don't, won't, never, will, happen, crazy, stupid, impossible. Those are words that fuel us. And when you take those words and you flip them, let's say can't, in the word can't is can, in the word don't is do, in the word won't is one, in the word impossible is possible. And if you really put it together and just put a little apostrophe between I am and possible, it's I'm possible, right? So when you bring that mentality to a whole sport who is hungry to feed the world and teach different communities, different cultures that, hey, there's opportunities here, then you're in the ultimate world of do good and be well. So for Trackhouse to be underdogs, that was a beautiful thing in the beginning, but we'll forever be underdogs, and that's why we'll fight the way that we fight, and we'll continue to build the way that we build, and continue to inspire and motivate others out there. Because coming from, my community, our culture, and most of the world, to be honest with you, if there's one thing the world loves, is underdogs. And it's a blessing to be where we're at, but it's just the beginning. So thank you, Trackhouse, for the opportunity, and for me, it's an honor to be able to represent Trackhouse, the organization, and all of NASCAR around the world the way that we do. My pleasure.
We're going to go to Kenneth, and then we're going to wrap up with Justin before we have a special presentation.
Uh-oh.
Ken, Bueno Kaplan News at FIU. Pitbull, of course. I asked this to, over here.
Oh, thank you, man. There you go.
Asked this to DJ Khaled. And as a Miami native, of course, you three, you, DJ Khaled, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson all sort of had that connection to South Florida, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
I remember you and Cedric talking at Homestead last year, that connection, and just talking about being back in your home state, in your home city and home racetrack in a way. What's that like to bring that Miami representation, bring that flair, bring that vibrantness of Miami to a track like Daytona, to a race like the 500?
Look, let me tell you, to be a Miami boy is to be an underdog, like I said before. You always got a chip on your shoulder, because no matter how hard you put in that work, no matter what level you get to, they always somehow, some way, discard all of that and then try to knock you down. So if you look at The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, look what he's done with his career. Obviously, he was over at the UNM, and then if you see his journey on what it was to go from a football player to transform to a wrestler transformed to an actor, and now becoming an owner. And whether it be his tequila, whether it be in football at this point as well, that's that underdog mentality. Khaled, he was a DJ, underground DJ, and that's how we all grew up. So even when you look at Uncle Luke the Camera from 2 Live Crew, he was an underground DJ. That's why me and Sed have so much history, because it's underdogs helping underdogs always. And when nobody believed in us, it's only certain people that go, watch out for that one. I'm trying to tell you. It's like betting on the long run. And therefore, we have a saying in Spanish, which is, I got to say in Spanish in order to get it in English. Hold on. Paso corto, vista larga. Short steps, long vision. That's what The Rock is about. That's what DJ Khaled is about. That's what I'm about. That's what Trackhouse is about. And at this point, that's what NASCAR is about. And the reason that, I'm kind of jumping train tracks at this point, but with NASCAR, one of the main reasons that I got involved, because for me, it's one of the ultimate American stories of a negative to a positive. I'm a negative to a positive. Rock is a negative to a positive. Khaled is a negative to a positive. And for us to be able to be here, and it could be rained out, but we're still going to make history. We still, one way or another, going to get the word out and create awareness for Daytona 500, whether the race happens today or tomorrow. It's history in the making. Look at that. Who would have ever thought The Rock, Khaled, and Pitt at Daytona 500? Yeah! If you think it's a game, play with it.
We'll wrap up with Justin.
Justin Schuler, Kicking the Tires. Bruce kind of asked this question, but I'll ask it kind of differently. What have you learned over the last 3 years working with Trackhouse? And for the next 3 years, what would be your goals as a team owner to see Ross and Daniel achieve?
Look, obviously there's so many goals to be able to achieve, but I feel like we've already achieved and made history to this point, right? But it's just the beginning, always. That's the mentality. You continue to fight as that underdog, like I said before. What have I learned from Trackhouse? Trackhouse is one of the most phenomenal organizations. I don't say this to blow smoke up anybody's ass. This is the truth. Trackhouse is one of the most phenomenal organizations that I've been involved with, partners, solid, punctual, accountable, reliable, everything that you look for in a team, and that's why I feel that we are where we're at. What I've learned from them is to be able to apply how I watch how they move, I study, analyze how they deal with each other, and then I apply it to our team as well and what we got going on. And that to me is what a partnership is all about, is how do we make each other better? How do we learn from each other? I don't ever want to be in a room with a bunch of know-it-alls in no way, shape, or form. I want to be, and mind you, like they say, if you're the smartest one in the room, you're in the wrong room. And the biggest room in the world, by the way, is room for improvement. So when you see a team that's constantly just trying to improve, trying to challenge themselves, trying to take it to the next level, that's what it's all about. And that, to me, it's an honor to be around. It's an honor to be a part of it. But as a fan first, I'm a fan first of anything that I do. When it comes to music, I'm a fan first. When it comes to NASCAR Trackhouse, I'm a fan first. I love to learn. And that, to me, is what makes it exciting all the time, just being around it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Pitbull. We're going to bring
my
up
pleasure. Thank you.
We're going to bring up our track president, Frank Kelleher, for a special presentation for you.
Pitbull.
Frank, let's do it.
I'm going to speak for everyone here about you all, but those some pretty motivational and powerful words. I think everyone in this room can feel your energy and for sure feel your passion, and we are grateful for you being here. So on behalf of the France family and the entire staff of Daytona International Speedway, we were thrilled that you said yes to be our pre-race performer, and it is customary that we present a custom gift. So this is a one-of-one custom-built leather jacket for you with Daytona 500 logo on it. And I want to show you something I think is the best part of it. Get a peek on the inside here.
Dolly!
That's right. Let's go. So,
That's right.
Pitbull,
Put this on,
this
man.
is for you. Let's try it out.
All right.
How's the fit?
I got you. There we go. Woo! That's right.
Looking good.
Means one of your drivers has got to win now.
And we'll get you, dog. Step by step. I love it, man. Thank you very much.
So, Pitbull, we had a lot of excitement for you today to perform, and because of the weather that we could not do it. So, I would like to formally ask your availability to perform the pre-race show next year for the 2025 Daytona 500. You want to check your calendar?
Well, I'll tell you what. You know, old school, no contract, no nothing, just handshake. Eye to eye, face to face.
Let's go.
Mano a mano, baby.
Let's go.
I will be here 225.
All right.
Or 2025.
2025. Let's do it. Well, thank you, Pitbull. We look forward to seeing you burn it down on stage next year. Best of luck to you and your team on the track tomorrow, and thank you again for all your support.
Hey, every year I have a goal that I put out there for everybody to know. So 2024 is 2020 flow. All right, that's what 2024 is, right? All right, cool, we got that. 2025, since we're talking about it, just came to my mind. 2025 is all the way live. And that's how we're going to do it in Daytona 500, 2025, baby.
2025, Daytona 500.
Yay! Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
One of one.
Right. We'll get a new number on a gift next year, 2024 this year, but on that collar. We'll freshen it up.
Got to be careful nobody try to take it from me.